Turning failure into success doesn't have to be as painful as pulling teeth. Hey, this is my story. My name is Bogomil, but everyone calls me Dr. Bo. One thing that many people notice about me during our first encounter is that I always seem to exude an aura of happiness. Most people think this comes from having an easy life or that I somehow don't have any real problems, but this would be the furthest thing from the truth. I have endured my fair share of failures and unhappiness, but one thing that I have managed to do is come out on the other end a better person. I have learned from my mistakes, but my past has also awarded me a number of other positive things, one of which is the strength. It also doesn't hurt that my experiences have taught me some of the best ways a person can make money online, but my story may surprise you. Born and raised in a small country called Bulgaria, I learned at an early age the value of community, family, and help. I came from a family of medicine, so from birth I was destined to also choose a profession through which I will be able to help people. My mother was a medical doctor and my father was a dentist. A salient point they hammered into my mind was the importance of hard work and honorable profession. Following in the footsteps of both of my parents, but learning more toward my father's side, I decided to become a dentist as well. Like him, I graduated at the top. Throughout my time in dental school, I grew hungry in self-betterment and simply couldn't learn enough about the topic. I started by researching on my own, but eventually I started taking personal development courses. I attended seminars, I talked to professionals. I would oftentimes try to help my friends, and many of them allowed me to be their business consultant. As I grew more advanced in this arena, I was also able to start lecturing others on personal development. So, if there is one task I think everyone should tackle, it's personal development. Of course, that's a broad topic, so it's not something you accomplish in the first few weeks or even months, but it's an ongoing journey that will consistently and constantly craft you into a better person. Through my years and hours of personal development, I also look into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship seems to go hand in hand with personal development, and if you aren't developed on a personal level, chances are you won't be a successful entrepreneur. Failure swamped into my life on a number of occasions like a mallet to the face. I'm not a native English speaker and the language barrier always posed a threat, but I kept climbing this wall until I overcame it. I couldn't tell you the number of times I wanted to throw in the towel and quit, but something inside me wouldn't let me. The fire had been started, and though the waters of failure had all but ousted my flame, I never let that ember fully die. Call it determination or call it destiny, but whatever it was, I knew I had to do better. My path to success was riddled with setbacks at every turn. When I first got into owning my own business, I decided to go the online route. I tried my hand in multiple methods of making money online, like I'm sure you have as well, but none of them seemed to work. Like most beginnings, mine was also the most difficult part. I spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on various online products. If a person could think of it, I decided to give it a try. I attended webinars and online courses to help myself improve, to help myself combat all the setbacks, but in the end, I still failed more times than I could count. It was unbelievable how easy it was for me to fall into a swamp, and this swamp deceived me into thinking that success simply would not be possible for me. But as I mentioned before, I refused to let that tiny ember inside my chest go all the way out. I stayed vigilant and I kept trying. If there is one thing you will take away from this, it's to make sure you never give up. Whether you are climbing a mountain, running a marathon for the first time, or learning how to make money online, endurance is the most important factor. If you give up because things seem bleak, you will always have that question looming over your head. What if I had continued to fight? Would I have succeeded if I didn't give up? There is nothing worse than never knowing. Once you quit, it's over with. So never give up, never surrender to the pain and the fear. Always push forward for as long as you can. Everyone in the world will face challenges. In other words, everyone will come to points in their lives when a brick wall is all that stands in front of them. The true failures will see the wall, sigh wildly, and turn around defeated. The successful people will pause at this wall and find a way to either go over, under, or through it. There is always a way to the other side. Your task is to find your shovel, ladder, or a bulldozer. As I always saying, I failed many times, but I didn't turn around. I kept pushing forward, and eventually I found success, just like anyone who keeps trying will do. My struggle wasted 4 years, and as I said, there were times when I wanted nothing more than to just quit, but I couldn't. My first round of successes didn't come online, though it gave me the courage and the confidence to continue to fight for my own online business. Before my online success, I was promoted to team manager for an offline company, and on top of that, I was also one of the most successful sellers the company had ever employed. Eventually, I was able to find an online success in affiliate marketing thanks to my hard work. Did I mention that this happened when I was in the dental school and also doing my job in the offline business? My dream had always been to help people, and that dream was finally realized by helping companies and people get their message and products out to their customers. I was able to pull from my successful ventures with the offline company and from my friend's business consulting experience and turn that into a way to drive customers to companies. As my achievements continued to multiply, I also started to do list building, finding even more success there. All in all, it took me 4 years to get started, but now that I have put those terrible 4s behind me, and honestly, I was successful in the last 4 years. Most of the time has been dedicated to list building, but all in all, my focus has been to help people. Those years of failure were tough, and mastering English wasn't an easy task, but I didn't let any of that destroy my spirit. I used them as teachers and I learned from them. I embraced them and molded them into what I needed them to become in order for me to get ahead. It worked for me, and I know it can work for you too. One thing that helped keep me going was my end goal. I have always enjoyed helping people, so when the times got hardest, I focused on this. I wouldn't be able to help anyone if I quit, so quitting was not an option. Many people ask why I didn't stay only in dentistry. It's a pretty lucrative career path, and I did everything I needed to do in order to be successful there, and I am. But now I am working dentistry as a hobby. As I have said multiple times, I love helping people, and I wanted to make more of an impact in people's lives. Not everyone has to agree, but that was the path I chose. I decided to help people mainly online. We are all different. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and only you know what yours are. Chances are there is a way for you to find success. All you have to do is to have the right attitude and to take action now. Once you realize nothing can stop you, you realize that that's been true since you were born. Never give up. Never let that ember of hope die. You can succeed. I believe in this. Thank you for watching. I am Dr. Bo.